Okay, today I've got Starbucks Via, the penultimate in instant coffee. So I'm going to do something a little different today. It's a double header. First, I'm going to brew a regular cup of this stuff. And then after I review that, I'm going to do kind of an experiment. So in this box, there happened to be a very old packet of the instant coffee, which was opened, and I don't know how long ago. Could have been years, I don't know. But anyway, it has sort of turned into like a ball of goop, or very solid, semi malleable kind of substance. And I've seen this happen with a lot of drink mixes. This has probably happened to you at some point in your life. It could be Kool-Aid or Tang or any kind of soluble drink mix. The lid wasn't put on all the way or something, or it was left in a humid environment and it absorbs moisture out of the atmosphere, and you get this, glob in there, and you've probably wondered, is this usable still? What would happen if I drink it? Is it poisonous? Could this kill me? Well, I'm going to do an experiment on myself today, and after I make the regular cup, I'm going to I'm going to see if it's even possible to dissolve this stuff in hot water and make a drinkable cup of coffee. We'll see. I'm volunteering myself as the guinea pig in this experiment. And, if it makes me sick or something and kills me after the video, we'll never really know, what its long-term effects are. So I might have to do a follow-up video. But, if we'll see if it kills me instantly. If I drop dead on camera, obviously then this would never get posted on YouTube, so you would never know. So presumably, if you're even seeing this, it didn't kill me, unless it was posted posthumously somehow. But I really don't think that's likely to happen. Okay, so Starbucks Via. I've had it before. It's been a while. In my mind, I remember it as by far the best instant coffee there is. It's on such a different level from all of the other instant coffees out there. I'm not even sure it's fair to really judge it in the same category. It represents a quantum leap in instant coffee technology, as much as Nestle originally made this quantum leap in instant coffee. There was attempts made at making instant coffee before Nestle. Even in the Civil War, according to, I think, a Wikipedia page, so it's definitely true, they had some form of an instant coffee in the Civil War, the American Civil War, for those of you who are watching this in other countries. They had this awful stuff, which was a mixture of very, very strongly brewed coffee with sugar and some form of evaporated milk. It was the consistency and flavor of axle grease. So I've heard. Interesting to think, what did axle grease taste like back then? Probably very different from today, because they probably were using animal fat or something. So anyway, lost to history. It was so gross. Nobody, it never really took off. The soldiers hated it. Again, allegedly, I have no idea. And so the technology left unpursued for decades and decades and decades until the thing with the Brazilians happened, and Nestle came along with modern science and just took it to a whole new level and introduced this stuff that was actually drinkable. People liked it, and it was very successful. Well, that is like Starbucks via the folks at Starbucks. They saw, like I've mentioned previously, most of the world drinks instant coffee. This is a huge market. Starbucks, up until this point, they came out with this stuff. I should have looked this up earlier, but I didn't. I think they came out with this stuff like in 2008, thereabouts, so like 12 years ago. And they wanted to. So Starbucks makes gourmet coffee, as you probably know. It's expensive. It's not available everywhere in the world except from their stores. Anyway, it's a gourmet market, and they thought, okay, we have got to penetrate this instant coffee market, but we don't want to sacrifice our soul, our identity as the gourmet coffee. And they saw a niche. They said, let's go in there. Let's take instant coffee to a new level. And they got the world's best scientists together, and they gave them this objective, and they said, do it. And they locked them in a little room for several years, and then when they came out, this is what they had. And it tastes amazing. I've had it, so I don't know, this isn't like a review where I've never had it, and I'm going to be totally surprised. Except, I've never had this blend. So I think I've had the French roast and the Colombian. This is the Pike Place blend. So, if you go into a Starbucks cafe and you want to get a cup of drip coffee, they ask you which kind you want. There's usually two, at least around here in the Puget Sound area. They almost always have Pike Place blend and French roast. Most of the time I go for the Pike Place because it's a medium roast. As I've said before, I tend to prefer the medium roast over the darker roasts. It's just personal taste. A lot of people, they criticize Starbucks. They say it's too bitter. The folks that work at Starbucks will just get infuriated if you bring that up. They say, oh, no, it's not burnt. You just don't know what you're talking about. You don't have any taste. It's not burnt. It's not bitter. That's what coffee's supposed to taste like. Well, anyway, I'm one of those people. I think Starbucks, it's bitter, especially the dark roast, like French roast. And I think the Pike Place blend is a lot better. It's a lot smoother. So that's the one I get when I go in the store. And when it comes to the instant coffee, I've had the Colombia and the French roast, and for the same reason, I like the Colombia. It's a little smoother. It's not as bitter, less of that tannic acid or whatever it is. But I never had this one. I never had the Pike Place, so I'm a little stoked to find out how that is. And then, like I said, I'm doing the double whammy thing here. I'm gonna do the experiment on that the glob, and see if that actually is drinkable. Okay, so Starbucks via one of the greatest instant coffees, if not the greatest coffee that is available to the public. Had to put in that caveat, because who knows if there is perhaps like some secret coffee that only the elites have access to. Maybe the Illuminati has some private instant coffee maker that makes instant coffee for them. They don't share with us peons. Anyway, for the regular folk, for the hoi polloi, we've got this, and it's good, at least if I remember right. And I'm gonna brew a cup. Gonna tell you what I think. All right. See you on the other side of this fade. Okay, got my piping hot water. So I've always said you got to have very, very hot water. I don't know if you can see the steam on this or not, but it is very hot. I think it's more important than ever with this type of coffee, this Starbucks Via. If you read the label, it says on here, instant and microground coffee. So that was another reason why I wasn't sure it would be entirely fair to judge this with the other instant coffees, because they have a very secret formulation that is totally, it's trade secret. But one of the things we know about it is it's not just dehydrated or freeze-dried coffee like Nestle or all the others. It actually has some unbrewed coffee in it. It's just super, super, super finely ground so that it disappears and dissolves perfectly into your beverage. So it's totally different. In a way, it's like real coffee, because you're sort of brewing it as you're making it. So, but it's instant. The thing that makes it instant coffee, it isn't that it's dehydrated or something. It's that it's instant. You add water and voila, you got coffee. So it's an instant coffee. It's just, it represents, like I said before, a quantum leap in technology. Okay, I realize I'm running overtime here. Y'all want to get back to your exciting lives of watching YouTube videos. So a thing I do remember from this stuff is that it's strong. Pinch and peel. All right. Yeah, going back to that Starbucks thing, people say it's bitter. Part of that just has to do with how strongly they brew it at the store. So some of that can be solved just by not brewing it as strong when you're making it yourself. So back in the day when I used to have this stuff, I would actually only use about half of what's in the packet to make 1 cup. But I'm not going to do that this time. This time I'm going to use the whole pack, as the instructions recommend. I'm going to add my piping hot water. Ooh, look at that. It doesn't even need stirring. Wow. See, I had this here just in case. I thought for some reason I might need to give it a stir, but nope. You can't see it, and I'm not gonna move the camera. But it's perfect. It's a perfectly brewed, even coffee. Amazing. Amazing technology. These guys are incredible. Ugh. Okay, going in. Yeah, that's hot. It's hot. It's burning my throat. Pleasantly. Smells fantastic. This smells just like a drip coffee, like a fresh brewed cup of delicious, wonderful coffee. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that is completely indistinguishable from a real drip brewed coffee, like a good one. I'm not talking U-Ban or Maxwell House. This is the real deal. This is great. It comes at a cost, though. Nestle instant coffee, the Nescafe, probably like 5 cents a cup. This is like 75 cents to $1 a cup. So you get what you pay for. It's fantastic. Man, it's right in this zone between the smooth, full-bodied coffee and like a dark bitter. So if my memory serves me, it's like on the darkness, bitterness level, I'd put the Columbia down here. This is the Pike place, and the French roast is up here. And I don't like the French roast. I do like the Colombian. This I like too, but it's pushing the edge of that bitteriness, that so many people don't like. Again, maybe I made it too strong. I put in that whole thing. I probably could have got away with using half of it. This is fantastic, though. If I was using some kind of rating system, oh, I settled on that, didn't I? Right. Okay. I'm using the thumbs up, and let's see. Out of 5 thumbs, this. Oh boy. Let's see. This would be 4.7 thumbs. Yep. That is almost as high as you can get. All right, I'm gonna have to pause this while I finish this, and then after that, I'm going to do the experiment on the glob. Okay, catch you later. Okay, and I'm back, and I gotta make this quick because I think I'm running out of disk space. So let's get this. Oh my gosh! Take a look at this. Ugh, it's this glob of. It's so solid I can pick it up. Reminds me of like a piece of candy or something. It's really weird. It's absorbs so much moisture from the air that it's like a solid chunk. We're gonna find out if you can actually make a cup of coffee out of this still. All right, so here we go for science. Hot water. Whoa. Wow. Okay, not really dissolving. There it goes. I wish I could show you this, but that's just, I don't have that kind of technology. Need like a drone. That'd be cool if I had like a drone here, and I could just have the drone like hovering over, giving you a live shot of this as I do it. Oh my gosh. No. For a second I thought it was gone. No, but it's still dissolving. Wow. All right, hoping I don't run out of disk space on this camera here. Wow. Little background production thing you probably don't want to know. So I don't have a tripod for some reason, and I've just got it's a phone. It's an iPhone, and I have it precariously balanced over there. And I don't have it on selfie mode, so I can't even see what I'm shooting around. I have no idea if I'm even in the frame. Good thing I had this. This did come in handy after all. All right. Wow. To my surprise, it's actually I think it's dissolved. No, there's still a chunk in here. See that? It's like, ooh. This is gross. Man, I don't know if this is smart. Oh, it's gone. Okay. Got to add more water. Bring it up to the right concentration here. That looks about right. Looks right. Smells wrong. Smells horrible. But I'm, for science, I'm putting myself on the line here for you guys to answer the age-old question of how old, how gross, how spoiled is too spoiled. Going in, man. Ugh. That's no good. Kind of a mildewy sort of flavor. In a bad way. Is there a good way? Maybe there's like good mildew? Well, this is not that kind. This is the bad kind of mildew. But I looked at the thing. I looked at that chunk. There was nothing growing on it. It just looked like a little weird piece of semi-hard candy. Didn't smell bad, so I thought it'd be safe. I didn't expect it to taste good, and it doesn't. No, it actually tastes. It tastes like bad instant coffee, or just bad coffee. Not the worst. Not the worst coffee I've ever had. The worst coffee I've ever had is from Brazil, from the dollar store. Whoa, that stuff was bad. This is drinkable. I could drink this if I really wanted to. And I probably will finish this cup after I turn the camera off. But it's not very good. 2.1 thumbs up. 2.1. Okay, that's it. Hope it's still recording. Adios.